Dialga is back in raid, so do you raid more than 296 XL candy to stock up on Dialga to make it the best Pokemon in your bag, or do you not raid for it all? We're gonna check that answer out in the best of the best featuring Dialga and Pokemon Go, so let's jump right in. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys excited about Dialga? Are you excited to raid for it? Are you excited to get the shiny? Because it's a great Pokemon, honestly. The shiny looks incredible, but most importantly, we want to know, what is it going to be ranked in Pokemon Go as far as a meta attacker, as far as Go Battle League, and does it have a future or even a future shadow that could transform this Pokemon into something amazing? So today we're going to cover all of that. If you guys do need more raid battles, please check the pinned comments below, jump into the Discord, totally free, and then on top of that, if you guys want even more premium access, we will be holding a Discord competition to see how many shiny Dialga each group can get. That is going to be through the Patreon in the premier Discord raiders. So Dialga is going to be a dragon and a steel type Pokemon, which means it has a lot of resistances and it only has 2 weaknesses, which sets it up for a prime place in Go Battle League. So this Pokemon is gonna max out at 4,565. It's gonna have an attack of 275, a defense of 211, and a stamina of 205. The attack is gonna be ranked 54 overall in Pokemon Go, so that's actually pretty good. It's got a pretty high attack, which is quite impressive. The defense is gonna be ranked 97, and the stamina is going to be ranked 195. So obviously, if we bump those stats up, it would be even more of a tank, but thankfully, it is not too bumped up because having this Pokemon as more of a tank in Go Battle League would be quite insane. So being that it is a dragon and a steel type combination, it's only going to have 2 weaknesses, which we do know because we are countering it right now, which is going to be fighting as well as ground. The steel is going to resist dragon, and the dragon is going to be weak to dragon, which does neutralize out dragon, and the steel also resists ice, which neutralizes out ice for dragon weaknesses, which is pretty cool, as well as fairy combination as well. So it's going to double resist grass and poison, and then it's going to single resist bug, electric, normal, psychic, rock, steel, as well as water. So those moves that were neutral are going to be fairy, they're also going to be ice, and they're going to be dragon. So it will get hit pretty hard by a dragon move. Let's say you're going up against a Garchomp, still going to get hit pretty hard with that dragon outrage move coming from the Pokemon, but it is not weak to it, so it's not going to be taking more damage, which is a positive. And then as far as the moveset goes, we're looking at Dragon Breath as well as Metal Claw. So Dragon Breath is a great PvP move. As far as a meta attacker move, not really the best moveset that we have for this Pokemon. Honestly speaking, having something like Dragon Tail would be much better from a raid attacker standpoint, but unfortunately, we don't have this on this Pokemon, which is totally cool because it is still pretty strong in general. And then as far as the steel typing, Metal Claw is not the best PvP move, but it is a pretty decent meta attacker move, and then it does get 3 charged attacks, which is going to be Iron Head, which will be a pretty good steel type meta attacker move, but it is not the best because it's got to go up against Metagross, which does get the Comday move of Meteor Mash, which is obviously going to outshine the Iron Head. It also does get Draco Meteor, which unfortunately is not the premier dragon move for Go Battle League or for a meta attacker. Meta attacker would be Outrage. Obviously, if this Pokemon did ever get Outrage, it would be quite lethal and would probably have to be banned from Go Battle League. And then finally, it does get Thunder, which is kind of an off-brand moveset that can come into play when you are playing with it in Go Battle League. So that's gonna be the synopsis of what Dialga is as a Pokemon, which is pretty promising. Even though it doesn't have the premier attackers, it does have a pretty high attack. So now let's check out where does it sit and what its most powerful movesets are in the DPS times TDO comparison. So damage per second times total damage output is the best analysis that we can do. We do not want to take one individually because we will only really get an attacker standpoint if it's DPS or a tankiness standpoint if it's TDO. Let's check it out. So the best moveset this Pokemon can get combination is going to be Metal Claw and Draco Meteor at 3134. Then we get Dragon Breath and Draco Meteor at 2943. Then we get Metal Claw Iron Head at 2243, Dragon Breath Iron Head 2193, Dragon Breath Thunder 1557, and Metal Claw and Thunder at 1513. So the best combination this Pokemon can get is a steel quick move followed by a dragon charge move. So that's going to be it. As far as all dragon, it just sits right below that 3,000 mark. And just remember, when we talk about meta attackers, the 3,000 mark is a very effective mark. However, the dragon category does deal with a lot of really strong dragon type Pokemon. So we have to take it for what it's worth in each of the categories. So now let's check it out in the dragon category. Where is it going to stack up? In spot number 1, we have Mega Garchomp, Dragon Tail Outrage at 10,165. In spot number 2, we have Mega Rayquaza, which used to be in spot number 1. It seems like this Pokemon might have got nerfed at 9,739 because at some point this Pokemon was definitely over 10,000 and I believe it was in the 18,000, so I'm not really sure why it's showing in the Game Press chart as under 10,000. Even though that's still really strong, seems like something might be off. Maybe it was overvalued at some point, or maybe the megas aren't quite as strong as what they once were, but we will see in the future when it does come out and we analyze it. And then we have Eternamax, Dragon Tail, Dragon Pulse at 8,017. And then we have Mega Salamence with the Outrage 7191. Black Kyurem is in there at 6,026. So Black Kyurem, as of right now, is the #1 strongest dragon attacker that is not Shadow and not Mega, but it is not out yet. I seriously cannot wait to get that Pokemon. Then we have the Shadow Salamence at 5,898. Which is the strongest dragon type attacker in the game right now. Obviously it is a Shadow, it is a premium to power this Pokemon up, but it is very strong. And then we have Mega Latios, Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw at 5,792, Shadow Dragonite, Outrage 5,218, Mega Latias at 4,918, White Kyurem, not out yet. But on to the available Pokemon that are non-Shadows right now. Rayquaza #1 at 3,564, Palkia 3,350, Salamence 3,269, Garchomp 3,201, Zekrom 3,179, Eternatus, not out yet. Then we have Dialga, which is sitting in virtually the 6th spot right now in non-Shadow, non-Mega at 2,943. So this is why the Mega combination doesn't quite add up for me, because we have the Rayquaza sitting above the Garchomp by a couple spots, and then in the Megas, once it happens, it flips around and nothing changed as far as the Megas. The stats on the Pokemon don't change, so I don't really know exactly how that is calculated right now. That's why I'm saying that there's gotta be an error in the Game Press chart that is dropping down that Mega Rayquaza from what it once was. I believe it was 16,000 all the way below the Mega Garchomp, which doesn't make too much sense. But Dialga sitting in there, as far as a meta attacker, we already have better ones. We have Garchomp that's better than it with Outrage and Dragon Tail, which is a much more budget counter because you have to pay for the Dialga to max it out. But the one thing about the Dialga is that it is resistant. So as far as rating this Pokemon for 296 XL candy or more than that, I would say more than that maybe is not the best. I don't think you need a full team of Dialgas. Doesn't really make too much sense when you could have the Shadows, you could have the Rayquazas that are more effective than it, but having the tankiness in there is definitely something to help out with your party and definitely something to have as an anchor to your party as well. Would I say from a meta attacker standpoint that you need multiple of these? More than 296 XL candy, probably not, but at some point it might have a Shadow that would bump it up, right? So it would put it as a better attacker standpoint. So if this Pokemon does get a Shadow, it would sit below Shadow Dragonite and below Shadow Salamence at Dragon Breath Draco Meteor at 5,007. So obviously there are better Shadows that are at a much more budget cost than having to pay through a raid that's gonna be a paywalled legendary. The one best part about this Pokemon is simply its resistances. So as far as its Go Battle League, in the Ultra League it's way too low. As far as its stats go, it's gonna be ranked 308. But in the regular Master League, it's gonna be ranked 8, and in the Classic, it's gonna be ranked 10 with the moveset of Dragon Breath, Draco Meteor, and Metal Claw. And if you really want to throw something spicy in there, you could even use Thunder on this Pokemon, even though it's not recommended, and using a Steel type move would be really effective against Fairy type Pokemon. So that is one thing that you are gonna have to take into account. So looking at this Pokemon as a whole overall, having one maxed out, even to level 50, is a pretty good idea because of where it sits in the Master League, how much damage it does. It's a very effective Pokemon to add to your team, and it's only weak to 2 things and has a lot of resistances, so it is definitely an asset. Having a full team of Dialgas, probably not worth it, but I'm gonna let you guys make that call based on all the other Pokemon. But like I said, there are better meta attackers, especially Shadow Pokemon, that are at a much easier way to get XL candy like Bagon and Dratini than is raiding through a paywall for Dialga, and they are stronger than this Pokemon. With that said, it's still a cool looking Pokemon and a great looking shiny. So I appreciate you guys being here as always. To all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody take their support, subscribe to participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.